your true lifestyle.
Happy New Year, everyone! Happy 2022! Kumusta ka mo tanan? I hope everybody maayo gid at kaitangan after we celebrated New Year.
Happy New Year, everyone! I love you. Thank you sa inyong pag-support. Kagkabay pa nga you will continue to support our show. Ang hindi ka mo mag-inulusol, kay damo, kamo may natunan, damo mapalipay sila show, kaya amo maging ang among goal ni partner Lailani to make you happy amidst this pandemic. I am enjoying our work, Miss Lai. This is not work actually. Basta na happy gid ako sa ginahimo.
And I'm so glad na we're able to reach our 11th month BFF.
Oo.
Nagkampang ang kanaduan. Kala-COVID na kita close. But anyway, we're looking forward to a better 2022. And looking forward sa matawhay na piniliay sa atin sa puso.
Kagkabay pa.
Yes.
Na next year, madula na ang pandemic.
Yes, so join us again sa panibago naman na episode sa naunang bulan sa 2022. Dili sa TLS Plus!
A blessed New Year, everyone! We have begun another year full of hope in our hearts that this year would be better than last year. True, we are still in the middle of the pandemic, but it is always better to be optimistic, even in the midst of battle. That's actually where we are at this moment, battling again a surge in COVID cases because of the Omicron variant. Perhaps many of us are already feeling COVID fatigue, experiencing this emotion of helplessness and fear, especially when the virus hit close to home. That is, when members of our own family and closest friends become infected by it. Many are also psychologically and emotionally affected by the isolation that has to be observed, especially when one has been infected. Yes, it is not easy. It requires a lot of sacrifice for the person concerned and for her family. This pandemic problem is even aggravated by the recent Typhoon Odette that struck our country before Christmas. So many lives were lost and properties destroyed. Families were left homeless. Many families have to stay in evacuation centers with other people in the midst of pandemic, lacking even the most basic necessities. It really breaks your heart just to think of this situation. And yet, it is a reality that many of our brothers and sisters are experiencing right now. But thanks be to God, so many good Samaritans also reach out to help and continue to do so, even until now. Sometimes we find it hard to understand why these things happen, and we ask God why. We cannot fathom the wisdom of God. But one thing is sure, God can always draw straight along crooked lines. He can always bring out something positive from the negativities that happen in our life, from the trials that we are experiencing. Let us keep in mind that every event that happens in our life is an invitation for us to learn and to grow in faith. At the beginning of this year, we are encouraged to put our heads high. This is not the time to feel disheartened. We know that it is when we feel most alone that God is ever nearer. We have to seek Him in the depths of our hearts. He would never leave us in the midst of our difficulties and trials. Hindi siya nang iiwan. You know, on the wall of all our chapels, these words are inscribed. Do not be afraid, I am with you always. These are words from our Lord that have inspired our founder, Blessed James Albrione. These words are also addressed to us now, even as we struggle in life amidst this pandemic.
If you want to relax and be happy, if you want a good food and great company, there's one perfect place for you, and it's called Paradiso. Paradiso. Paradiso del Sur, your paradise here on earth. For inquiries, call 0920-2486-889. Remember the name, Paradiso, your place to align. If there's one thing in our midst, a sanctuary for the travelers, a second home you can call your own, the food and service at its best will make your stay an unforgettable one. Saltimboca, a place closer to your heart, where everyone is a family and everyone is a friend. Boca Tourist Inn. For inquiries, call 433-3179.
NVC Foundation, or Negrense Volunteers for Change Foundation, was among the early private organization na nag-respond sa Typhoon Odette, kundi nag-igo ang Typhoon Odette sa probinsya sa Negros Occidental kag sa mga other areas sa Mindanao affected man sang bagyo. NVC team was on ground just several hours after the typhoon hit Negros Occidental, and masiling naton nga ang concentration ninyo amo ang areas nga affected gid ang Chicks areas and some areas in Mindanao. Joining us sa TLS Plus is the President of NVC Foundation, Miss Millie Kilayko, May Maninay. Welcome, Tita Millie.
Hi, Hada, Leilani. Thank you para sa invitation.
I know one of those organizations nga gilayon nga nagresponder sa tuman nga halit nga natugas ang Typhoon Odette was NVC Foundation. Briefly, tell us our televiewers about NVC Foundation.
Hada, ang NBC Foundation, actually, kahoben pa man sa amon nga organization. We're just 11 years old, subong. It just started nga kami, may mga group of friends man lang kami, gusto lang kami mag-do a little good sa amon lang community. So dito nakibot lang kami nga dog amat-amat lapad na ang amon nga ginagiho, no? Ang amon gid main advocacy is nutrition. Ga-produce kami sa ginatawag nga Mingo meals. Ini siya isa ka instant nga nutritious nga powder made of rice, mongo, malunggay, may variant siya nga chocolate, ube, kag squash, para sa nutrition sa mga bata. Pero inisuon ni ginausar man siya for emergency relief. Nga kun may ara bala mga disasters, siya dalon, ginadugangan na siya tubig, doesn't have to be hot water, pwede na siya maging isa ka daw porridge, no? Kung wala ganit tubig, pwede lang niya sa bata, gisiun lang niya kagang powder, kanon lang niya nga daw pulburon,
Okay.
basta ang nutrition niya. So, amo usually gina-usar sa first response.
Okay, okay. You started very small lang a group. Ang composition sining NBC Foundation, volunteer organization, from how many people? It has grown to how many people now, Tita Mili?
Well, ang list naman sa roster of members is about 100, no, sa mga volunteers. But then we also have professional staff.
Okay.
No, because we also believe nga para maka-operate kagidjaya consistently, you have to have professional staff.
Yes.
So, from day one, ang NBC nag-hire gid professional staff. Kag amo gid yung team nga we can rely on every day, especially kung kabudlay gid mag-harness volunteers because ng COVID. Hindi man kami gusto mag-create volunteer activities gid nga damo bala convergence and tao. We rely mainly sa amon nga staff. And ang volunteers have become supporters in many ways. Naga-donors man sila, naga-donate. We also have ground volunteers, no? So like in Kawayan, Sipalay, Baan, or wherever we go, kundi kung may areas nga, no, may mga people on the ground man nga nagabulig.
I'm very curious, paano ka mo nag-responder? How did you responded and serve the 14 cities and municipalities of Negros Occidental? And I heard about portions ng Siargao.
Well, primarily, it was Mingo Mills. Kaya niya, bakwa lang itila mo niya from our manufacturing plant. Ara na siya. So, amo niya always ang first tool naman for response. And then, since damo, matao, nakakita nga we were there on the ground early. Nagbulig sila, whether in cash or in kind, nagatupa lang na mga gallons of water, nagatupa mga bugas, no, mga groceries. Those gave us cash, ibakal man namon mga groceries and rice. And then, amo na una namon nga padala ang food. But then, we also crafted, may 3-pronged response kami for the Typhoon Odette. First is relief, but the next is build. Para mga simple structures, wala nga maginhuyop sang hangin, mga sang lubi, nga naguba mga balay, mabuligan namon rebuild ang ila balay, either para makahatid sila sang roof nga repair kits, or patindugan din sila sang simple nga structure para sa ila panimalay. So after we have rebuild para sa mga balay, and then we also have restore the livelihood. Kung sino na pagkadulaan man sa iya nga mga pinangabuhian, hindi kagid sina kabalik to kung ano kung hindi muna siya mabuligan sa iya livelihood.
Okay, so you relieve, rebuild, and rehabilitation. That's the 3-pronged process ninyo. So you are right now sa level nga ano, Tita Mili? Of course, we still continue with relief, no, as long as there are, like kadamos nagpadalaman like ABS-CBN Foundation, many other foundations nagpadalaman actual food packs, no, aside sa kamong may ginabakal, no. So we still continue to deliver kay kadamo pa man lugar sang wala pa nalabutan sang aid, kag iban syempre ubos na to. No, ang natagaan wala pa sila kabalik sa ila livelihood, so they still need to live, no? So sige kami sila. But then we already are in the rebuild portion. Actually, we already have donations for almost 100 kabalay, which we are going to give in 2 areas in Sipalay. Kaya umugin niya siyang pinaka-hardest sa barangay Nauhang, kag sa barangay Kabadyangan sa Sipalay. We will be rebuilding homes nga gamay lang siya 12 feet by 16 feet, no, basic structure para lang to replace the homes nga na sa mga tao nga nagbabaan the floods or because of the typhoon. And also with the restored, ang third nga are to restore livelihood, may isa na kami ka-community gin-adapt sa ilog. Nag-grow sila sa una sang talaba. Siyempre na-wash out gito sang typhoon
Odette, ang ilang mga talabahan,
Yes.
ng mga structures, kundi nag-anong ilang mga ano. So, isa ni sila ka community, do 36 families ni sila nga talabahan. So, mabulig kami restore sa ilang livelihood.
Mabuyan.
Ano. Amat-amat, as the support comes in, as may donations, may masulod, pangita pa kami other areas nga buligan.
So far sa report sa mga members niyo from the ground, ano gid ang mga areas nga hardly hit sang Odette?
Well, ang pinakatulugin, I think we see si Palay, no? Kay kag makita man naton sa rate of death, do pinakadako man sa
Damo
death
si Palay.
rate. That's why nga amon rebuild nga program para sa mga panimalayo, was nagasugod ba kami sa Sipalay, no? Kahit tinakita naman ko naman sa washout. But even if you focus on Sipalay, there's so many areas, no? It's not just the deep south. Kagapon sa amon lang nga Facebook, sa amon nga website, nakabaton kami message sa isa naman ka group sa mga IP dito sa Isabela. Isa ka purok dito, mga IP. I think the 80 plus family sila. May pictures sila gidpadala, washed out man nila mga balay, nalubog nila mga balay. So it's not even the deep south sa aton nga province, kay deep south ang mga 6th district, iniya 5th ni siya, no? Pero may damage din to. May isa hinigaran, kag mga field people nagkadtuman dito, may araman to damage. In Binalbagan on Christmas Day, ang among team nag-celebrate Christmas sa isa ka island of Binalbagan. May mga balay man to nga narumpag, no? So, in fact, pag-post naman sa Facebook, may isa bala ka balay narumpagin. So, may isa ka balay honor student ni siya damo bali yung mga medals, no? Nag-post ako yung picture ng bayan ni gintanaw yung mga medals sa dali sa book nga narumpag. Pero ginbalik yaman wala man siya ibang gadalan kay hindi na sila ka-istorya, no? So, pag-post nito sa picture, may nagpadala na yung message, isa ka reader nga ako ma-sponsor sa iya balay ni nga para makatindi nga balay. So, pinapa-rebuild kami, no? So, while the 100 houses are focused si Palay,
kagkabalo ako nga ang extent sang inyo nga pagbulig, naglabot man sa Siargao. What about your relief operations for Siargao?
Ina siya basically ang Siargao kag Dinagat Islands were Mingo meals. Both Siargao kag Dinagat Islands were users of Mingo before. At sa Dinagat Islands, may isa na ka-doctor sa una nga UP graduate nga she was a doctor to the barangays. The Barrientos nga volunteer.
Yes.
Volunteer siya sa isa ka-town dito sa Dinagat Islands. And makalain isang nutritional status ng mga bata dito. So, pangita siya kung anong best way to support the nutritional problems dito. And na-discover yung Mingo. So, nagpadala ng Mingo. And they found it very useful. Successful sila pag reduce ang malnutrition. In fact, nasulihi ang province na nagabakal, and at that time wala akong way how to ship Mingo dito easily. Gapadala pa na di ang province sa ila truck all the way to Negrense Islands, Nagaroro, para lang makakuha sa Mingo. So syempre pag isang crisis, ato ang doctor to the Barrios nga volunteer, so nag-visit siya sa she lives in Quezon City, but nag-decide sa Dinagat Islands. So, subong siya ng provincial health officers ng Dinagat Islands. So, hindi siya naman malimtan. No? So, we felt that time to support her. So, nagpaplano kami Mingo sa ila. And then sa Siargao, may isa man to ka school, nga free school, nga so nga ginat-sponsor man namon for a nutrition program ang ilang mga bata. So, pagtabot naman sinisang Bagyo, nag-get in touch kami sa iya. Then we found out that ang school to yan na flatten man tong school. So, na mga bata, may mga bata na pilas during the So, nagpadala naman kami kasi nga, first of all, wala na dito sa utan nag-grow sa Siargao. So, ang Mingo, it has rice, monggo, may malunggay. So, So, sili nga, kilandan din sa mga bata.
Okay.
Yesterday lang, nagpadala naman siya message. Nga iban nga bata, ara sa hospital, Subo. Okay, for
Oh.
her, ang rason na, kay improper ang nutrition ng mga bata. May makaon lang, isa junk food, makaon na lang.
Yes.
Also, water. So, nagpadala man kami water filter.
Okay.
Water filters diri man yung ubra sa isa ka NGO sa Negros. Nagpadala kami dito para to help them process ang water nila. So these two areas are areas nga may relationship na kami sa una.
Okay.
So bisan stricken man sa Negros.
Yes.
Kabaluhan na mas masakit pag itong ila ginaabtan. So uli
Okay. So your message to all the people watching now, especially kung ano man ang mabulig nila to further extend ang aton nga ginapatigayon nga relief operations kag iban pa nga mga pag-rebuild sa sining communities.
First of all, mapasalamat kami sa those nga nakabulig sa amo, no? Nang wala man kami kaninang issue any great call for help pero nagaabot lang. So pasalamat din kami sa tanan nga nagbulig kag hatag sa amon sa pagsalig nga maka-deliver gid kami, no? Kay gina-deliver gid namin ang inyong nga contribution. Kaga pa ngayon po kami nga makita namon on the ground kaluluoy gid sa situation sa mga tao diri sa Negros Occidental kasi partner na area sa Dinagat Island kag sa Siargao kaluluoy gid sa mga tao. It's not going to be solved in a few months or even a few years, no? And as you see, ang among areas is not just emergency relief. Abulig kami rebuild homes and ma-restore ang livelihood. So we hope that masige lang kabuhatag support ng bulig. If you choose to do it through us, we will be very happy. But if you want to do it elsewhere, please do it because grabe ang help nga kinahanglan.
Thank you so much. We're very appreciative of what your group is doing now. Upod sa NBC Foundation, kami sa TLS nagapanawagan man sa tanan nga malabot sini nga programa sa paghatag sang masarangan yung suporta sa padayon nga relief efforts kag rehabilitation nga ginapangunahan sa karon sang NBC Foundation. Thank you so much, Tita Millie, for your time.
Thank you, Dalailani. Thank
Hats
you.
off to you.
Thank you.
In our segment, Persona, amon iga-feature ang isa ka tumalagsahod nga persona. Isa ka true-blooded media professional for the past 30 years of her life, turned into a farmer. Chari Villa is the brain behind exceptional coverages of ABS-CBN, bringing with her more than 30 years of media experience from ABS-CBN to Reuters and to ABS-CBN again. A graduate of mass communications from the University of the Philippines, Chari is a news icon, a versatile reporter, and a news strategist.
You wake up every morning, iba yung ife-face mong challenge, iba yung ife-face mong story. So every day is new, hindi tulad ng office work na paulit-ulit. Pag journalist ka, iba-iba, iba-ibang tao nakikilala mo. It's the best job.
Chari's life shifted to farming after her retirement from her media career 8 years ago. She decided to procure and develop a 2-hectare farm lot in Lipa, Batangas. As a veteran journalist, Chari is witness to the pains and sacrifices of our farmers. She built her 1-bedroom barn house, planted cacao seedlings, fed ducks and chicken, took care of dogs, and lived a simple life since then.
On the question how I shifted from journalism to farming, kasi I retired in 2014. So, ang natural course ko was to go back to how I used to live. And how we all used to live, I guess, was agricultural, hindi ba? Even though I lived in Pasay, parang yung Pasay noon was to me like this, like may trees, may birds, plants, animals. So I wanted to recreate that. And kaya also yung trabaho ko sa ABS-CBN, my last job was regional network group. So I went around the Philippines and I realized that the Philippines is an agricultural country. So naturally, if I choose to live in the outskirts, away from the city, away from the hustle and bustle of life, and pupunta na ako sa bukid, ito na yung natural course, is to develop a, parang a sustainable place where I can live and grow old.
How did Chari cope with the new normal, being a very outgoing and cheerful person?
Realization ko ngayong pandemic is that life is beautiful. Parang you will be grateful for having the life you have led and what you have and where you are now. So this pandemic has taught me to be more prayerful and more grateful to God for giving me the life that I have now. And it all must end eh. So there's another life and it's better than this life pa. So it's positive.
Is done with city life. For her, the city life is for the young people, and she enjoys the serenity and peace of the farm. She can ask for more.
Message ko to everyone in this pandemic, look for things you love to do kasi you're staying home, so maraming gawain sa bahay and you can create, turn old things into new. Ngayon, pipaint ako ng mga plastic chairs kasi luma na sila. So, maraming pwedeng gawin, maraming pwedeng i-create. So, be brave. Don't fear. So, but be careful kasi parati namang may sakit out there, no? So, eat healthy, sleep well. Yan, and be creative. A work under the sun, morning sun.
Well, one of the places around the world nga almost katatlo ka beses ko naging balik-balikan, kag ini-special man sa akong BFF, Token Desires, among pungsod, Japan. Amo ni kapakita sa inyo ang katahom sa Japan sa sini naman nga episodes ang ato nga Around the World. Yaring report. Shinjuku is a bustling metropolis in the heart of Tokyo. There is an estimated 337,500 people living in the area. Shinjuku is home to the largest number of international residents in Tokyo. It is one of the must-visit areas in Tokyo, best known as the best entertainment districts in the city.
Shinjuku City encompasses the bustling clubs and karaoke rooms of neon-lit East Shinjuku and the upscale hotel bars and restaurants in the skyscraper district. Shinjuku is constantly a bustling, busy town, being a business district in the day and an entertainment hub at night. From Kabukicho to Robot Restaurant, the district offers lavish nightlife decorated with flashy neon lights, and it's considered as the biggest red light district in Tokyo. Kabukicho area is known as the biggest red light district in Tokyo, with hundreds of restaurants, bars, nightclubs, and other red light establishments are located. There are a number of entertainments and attractions available in Shinjuku area where visitors can play, eat, and shop till very late night. The craziest restaurant in the world, Robot Restaurant, is a 10 billion worth restaurant located in the heart of Shinjuku Red District, offering an eccentric entertainment show with robots and dancers with neon lights and music. Shinjuku Gyoen is a vast park located in the heart of Shinjuku area. Although the surrounding area is one of the busiest and most hectic areas in Tokyo, the park offers a massive green space with peaceful and serene atmosphere. Shinjuku Gyoen is one of the most popular spots in Tokyo for cherry blossom viewing.
Around the region. Bisitahan natin ang nagkalain-lain ng mga tourist destinations nga nasakpan sang syudad sang Dumaguete kag sang probinsya sang Negros Oriental. Join us as we bring to you the beautiful sights of Dumaguete City and Negros Oriental.
cities in the Philippines that offers unique experiences for travelers is Dumaguete City. Nicknamed the City of Gentle People because of its kind-hearted locals, Dumaguete is a peaceful coastal community listed as one of the best places to retire around the world by Forbes magazine. Also known as the University Town because it houses 4 universities and several colleges in the city. Silliman University is the city's foremost educational institution and the oldest American private university in the country. Anyone with a fascination for old churches will enjoy visiting the St. Catherine Alexandria Cathedral, also called the Dumaguete Cathedral. It is located at Pardisa Street and is the oldest stone church built in Negros. It's the seat of the Diocese of Dumaguete, and it is here where you will also find the Campanario de Dumaguete. Visit Campanario de Dumaguete. Back in the 1760s, Moro pirates from Mindanao traversed the peaceful towns of Dumaguete in search of slaves. To warn the locals of this, the town people built a community coral stone watchtower called the Campanario de Dumaguete, also known as the Dumaguete Belfry, the oldest one in the Visayas. Residential resort in Valencia, Negros Oriental, offers majestic and breathtaking views you don't want to miss. The magnificent Greek-inspired architecture is something to be admired, but you will also be enthralled with the beauty and serenity of the surrounding sea and mountainside. You also find the Rush Zip Line, the longest zip line in Negros Oriental. In our collection segment, create the space you've imagined with intricate crystal decorations. Find mesmerizing crystalline home decor in our crystal ornaments collection of Engineer Antonio Aguirre. Also showcasing Swarovski figurines collection of Mr. Aguirre. See his crystal figurine selection for the very best in unique or custom handmade pieces from arts and collectibles shops abroad. Mr. Antonio Aguirre's collection were bought in different places in Europe, United Kingdom, and the United States.
BFF siguro nag-wonder ang aton nga mga television nakatahong gidnisa nga aton ginapili nga
Oo.
nga lugar kung din kita mag-shoot sa mga spills ta.
Oo, abi nila kung naglakata sa abroad. Misa lang natagiyas ang balay nga ini. Ari lang diri sa Bacolod. Ang aton amigo nga very popular nga but humble ha. Si Mr. Bambo Tunog Banwa nga nag-open sa iya balay para sa TLS.
Ina-appreciate din natin no kag diri bisan ako do dugang nga ako sa makita ko.
Daw din ako ipuli.
Yung halos tanan Instagrammable no.
Oo.
Kag tiyog ka do sinin ko ay next time episode mo naman eh. Kanami gid. Thank you Tito Bambo. sa
Ano abi
pagkalaw
di
sa amin.
magtahong
It's
kay
a
ang tanan niya. Ang tanan niya nga gamit halin sa abroad kundi hindi
Yes.
nagaling ini.
Wow. So, sinin natin sa ato na the doctor is in naman Miss Token.
Oo, okay.
Sino naman ang ato napili ng manibisita?
Kay kadamo sa mga doctors actually nga kung tawagan mo sila wala gid sila yaga hindi kay kabalo sila nga serbisyo manigapon sa ila isig katawo. So basta abangan yung gid pirmi sa amon mga shows nga sari nga klase sa mga doctors ang amon iga feature. May pedia, may arak nga para sa
Yes, mga
pulmo.
specialist. Ito lang
Tanan-tanan
yung
oo, para matunan nyo kung ano man ang ilang mga struggles, ano ang ma-advise nila during this pandemic.
Ali naman, ang palibago naman na segment. The
The
doctor,
doctor
is
is in.
everyone. I am Dr. John Kenneth Auguis from Corazon Locsin Montelibano Memorial Regional Hospital under the Department of General Surgery. And let me share to you some of my experiences in this time of pandemic. So it's been 2 years since the pandemic hit, when all of our lives were suddenly shifted and the new normal was born. COVID-19 has been a game changer, especially for us frontliners. So as a surgeon, the new protocols to lessen the spread of the virus were implemented. There were times when only extreme emergency surgeries can be performed in our hospital. So we cannot help as many people as we can because not all necessary surgeries are emergency ones. So when we scrub in for surgeries, we had to wear sometimes makeshift hazmat suits and respirators, plus higher risk of being exposed to COVID-infected patients. So we usually would come out of the OR covered with sweat and twice as tired. I was in 4th-year residency training when the pandemic actually started. So we had to form COVID teams and stay at the hospital for 14 days. And then after that, we would quarantine ourselves and get routine RT-PCR test, or in short, swab test. So it was especially hard for me because it meant being away from my wife and my son for almost a month at that time. So now, we're 2 years in and roughly a year with available vaccines. Still, the Philippines has only approximately 46.6% of the population being vaccinated. So to achieve herd immunity, we still have a long way to go. Social responsibility, this pandemic requires not just the rest of the frontliners, politicians, essential workers, but it will take every single one of us for this to end. Vaccination is key to lessen the spread and lessen the severity of the COVID. But we should never forget to wear our masks and maintain physical distancing. So mask up, avoid crowds, and get the job done.
She's one of the most beautiful rock stars here in our country. She is also an environmentalist, and she is married to an Ilonggo like me. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Miss Lou Bonnevie. Hello, good day, the one and only Miss Lou Bonnevie. How are you?
I'm fine, Miss Talken. Magandang umaga sa lahat ng lugar, magandang gabi sa ibang lugar, magandang tanghali sa ibang lugar. International yung show nyo. Whatever the day it is,
Yes.
I hope that everybody is safe and feeling good today.
Yes, thank you so much for saying yes to this interview. Who is Lou Bonnevie?
I'm a free-willing, free-spirited woman na reincarnation ng kung saan-saan from the 60s to the 70s. Ewan ko, nagsama-sama sa akin ng reincarnation ng mga iba-ibang artists. And I'm happy for that. Kasi at least it's nag-mix lahat-lahat.
Okay. You are married to an equally talented artist na kaibigan ko, Ilonggo from Bacolod, si Toto Hentica. Ang pamilya actually friends ko. Please tell us about him and your family.
My hubby Toto is doing fine. He just we just released again yung Lapu-Lapu. Yung aming opera na ginawa namin nung 1990s, and it was well received. Yung mga kabataan ngayon, Talken, my God. Masyado nilang accepted yon. I was so surprised. Ang daming nanood and they were so happy and they said, "My God, Lapu-Lapu is so cool." Grabe, di ba?
May anak kayo, isa, no? Lalaki, babae?
Lalaki po.
How old is he now?
Huwag na natin pag-usapin ang edad kasi pag inad mo yan, nalalaman ang edad ko. My son is doing okay. He's trying to veer away from being under the shadow of the parents. Alam mo naman yung mga anak na ganyan. And hindi siya musikero.
Okay.
He's a businessman, but he nag-host siya. He's a very good host and he's a teacher, he's a professor.
Wow.
Matalino.
I'm sure gwapong-gwapo yan. Anyway, makikita ko yan sa mga pictures. So when did you start singing and what was your first album?
I started singing, alam mo, sa totoo lang, ganyan pa lang ako, ganyan. Ewan ko, makita mo. Nagsimula ako sa mga patay.
Talaga?
Yung mga Bonnevies, they used to call me and I used to sing, "Mama, I miss the day when you were here beside me." I was only 3-4 years old. Yung uncle ko, the Bonnevies. I went to Manila when I was about, siguro I can say professionally recording, 18 years old.
Okay. How are you related to Dina Bonnevie?
First cousin ko siya.
Ay.
Mas paki-stress lang, mas nakakatandang pinsan. Pero mabait yan si Dina. She's a friend of mine. That everything that comes from me is not just from the Bonnevie. It's also from the Perello. Perello is my mom.
Okay.
Espanyol ang aking pure Spaniard. Pure Spaniard ang aking yan yung mata ko.
Nakikita ko. You are popularly known as a rock star. Isang kagwapang rock star. Please tell us about your journey as a rock star.
Well, alam mo, it's easy, no? It's nice kasi siguro sa inyo ko lang masasabi yon. When I was starting, in the 70s, rock was always associated with drugs, associated with the bad things. Pero ako, I wanted to turn it around. So, yung nag-rock ako, sabi ko, because of the energy. Kasi ang mga kabataan, pulsating yan eh. Talagang pam, pam, pam. Kailangan ilabas mo yan. Mag-heart attack ka pag hindi mo ilabas yan. Pam, 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 pam. So, kaya ako naisipan mag-rock and roll. And of course, Toto introduced me to mga new wave. Sabi ko, wow, okay itong mga new wave ng 80s. 80s tayo, di ba?
Oo, tama.
Sila Dari, sila Pino, Kino, sino pa ba? Sila Raymond Lauchenko. Yan ang mga kabatch ko ng mga panahon eh. Okay? So, I started doing that and then I realized I was good at it. So, why not? Why not? Donut. Lahat naman eh. Puro crooning naman. Crooning. When I started my first album, maraming mga nag-compose, di ba? Yung mga Rockin' the Beat, Every Girl. Yung siguro yung nagustuhan ko dun sa first, yung lagi-lagi na lang. Kasi yung gawa ko yun eh. Binigyan ako ng chance ng recording company na gumawa ng song na lagi-lagi na lang. Kasi it's a very sentimental song. Yeah.
Wow.
Alam mo, ang hindi alam ng mga tao, ang mga rocker, yan ang mga emotional. Look at Tina Turner. Kumakanta siya ng mga what's love got to do with it. Yeah. So meaning mas emotional sila pagka so sinulat ko yung lagi-lagi na lang. And I think that's one of my favorite songs. Alam mo, Miss Talken, yung Love Me Tonight.
Sino gumawa?
Never did I ever thought nakakantahin ko yon. Sinali nila sa contest yon, and then for some reason nilabas nila. Experimental. Paglabas nila nag-hit bigla.
Grabe, ang ganda. Kasi ang ganda.
So, meaning pang love pala akong beauty ko. Akala ko hindi ako pang love. And then I've also written a song, yung Simpleng Babae, na naging popular din. Kinanta pa nga ni Dolphy yun.
Wow!
Maganda yon. And then, I wrote an album na puro original songs.
Okay, what are your realizations or lessons learned amidst this pandemic?
Ang na-realize ko sa pandemic, kailangan mag-save.
Yes.
Hindi namin naisip yun eh. It happened so, bam!
Yeah, so fast.
So, kailangan mag-save ka. Kailangan kahit na artist ka, kahit rocker ka, kahit si Pepe Smith ka pa, kahit sino ka pa, kailangan makaisip ka, makasave. Yun ang na-realize ko na dapat pala talaga. Because it came like a thief of the night. You know, just bam!
Grabe, na-shock tayo lahat actually. Lahat tayo.
You're gonna ask me this later, but I'm gonna say it now. Yung mga artists, ang suggestion ko, maghanap na rin kayo ng iba nyong talent. Kasi we have to help ourselves. Kung marunong kayo, if you're a good chef,
magluto,
magbenta. Wala naman eh. There's no shame. You can sing, you can act while doing it. Wala tayong magagawa. We're in the Philippines. Walang nagpo-protect sa atin eh. So kailangan nating tulungan ng ating sarili. So kailangan talaga you have to find another talent na meron ka.
Pwede ba Plangga to ask another favor from you? Kung pwede kang makantahan mo kami, ang mga televiewers, yung pag gusto ka lang kung anong gusto mo kantahin.
Simpleng babae ang katulad ko.
Wow!
Ngunit ang puso ko'y tapat sa inyo.
Wow!
Simpleng babae ang katulad ko. Ngunit ang buhay ko'y alay ko sa inyo.
Wow! Grabe galing. Akapela pa yan. Naku! Thank you so
Kung
much.
may ukulele ko, nakakanta ako dito, walang problema.
Grabe.
Sana
Ano
po
mga-
magustuhan nyo more of my songs.
Oo.
I finally put up a YouTube channel
Okay.
kasi
Mm-mm.
dapat daw magkaroon ng YouTube kasi
Oo.
kumikita yung iba para
Okay.
sa'yo.
Oo.
Ang official po, ang puntahan ninyo, official
Okay.
Lou Bonnevie
Oo.
YouTube channel.
Okay.
Parang may peace po doon.
Okay.
LB, peace sign.
Oo.
And then you can hear all my songs. You can enjoy.
Lastly, what is your message to the televiewers, to all the people amidst this pandemic?
Ito pong masasabi ko ngayong pandemic. Wala naman tayo
Tama.
We are not God. I mean, we cannot even know when it's gonna stop. I mean, dapat bantayan natin ang ating bansa. Kasi this is ours. This is our land. This is our country. This is where we were born. We are not second citizen in here. Hindi ako nahihiya, Token.
Oo.
We are a foundation. We are open to collaboration. We are open to donations. We are open to everything so that we can continue our campaign. Kasi ang aming target, ang mga kabataan. Ang mga kabataan walang face-to-face, nadidepress sila. Naguguluhan sila sa mundo. Mabuti tayo.
Oo,
Okay
nakaintindi
tayo.
na tayo. Oo.
Oo. You can reach us through Earth Day Jam Foundation at gmail.com.
Klaro. Okay.
Kung ano pong gusto nyong gawin, kung meron kayong gustong sabihin, tulungan, and we are here. Kaya kailangan kayong mga 80s dyan, huwag kayong papatay-patay. Kailangan you have to be healthy, survive, and help your children. Kailangan natin yan.
And feel young, di ba?
Yeah!
So, lumalabas yan sa aura natin eh. Lumalabas sa aura yan natin. Sige, salamat!
Maraming
I love you
salamat!
both. Thank you. Sana
Please
see you.
support Miss Token. And I hope
TLS.
that I will see you again. Lahat ng mga simpleng tao dyan, simpleng magmahal, simple sa buhay, pero mahal ang ating bansa.
Yeah.
Love you guys!
I love you. Thank you. God bless.
Bye.
Put your lips next to mine, dear. Want to kiss me once, baby. Just a kiss goodnight, baby. You and I will fall in love.
Good day everyone. Ari na naman kita sa isa ka segment nga maluyagan ni gid ninyo. Kay ini siya, he is like Andrea Bocelli sa ako nga panulukan. Gintawo ni siya ni God nga although may physical disability, pero he was gifted with such talent nga ginhatag ni Lord nga kampiyon gid siya magkanta. Kagang iyang outlook sa life ka positive. Maski amo pa ni nga masiling ka nga hindi siya kakita. I'm happy to announce also nga sang una estudyante kun isa sa akong music studio. Damdaman mo na Carl, wala tagid ka lagi nasukot ha? Oh, okay. Anyway, kumusta ka na Carl? Carl Malone, ladies and gentlemen, I miss you. Kumusta ka na?
Hi tita, kamusta? Ari, I'm feeling good and I'm feeling great and such an honor for me to be part of your show. So far so good.
Okay. Carl, pila gani ang edad mo subong kag pila ang edad mo nagsugod ka kanta?
Actually, ang age ko subong is 23 years old. But I started singing when I was 7.
Amo na siya, gagwa na siya pirmi sa mga tawag ng tanghalan. Diin kapag ginagawa ganito to?
Actually, I am proudly say, no, ang very talented gid sa mga Pinoy. And I also joined in Pilipinas Got Talent 2010 season 1. I was the finalist as well. And of course, I also joined in Tawag ng Tanghalan. I am the top 6 grand finalist. And last 2019, I joined in The Clash, top 64. And last year, 2020, my video got viral and it reached 15 million views, The Song of Sam Smith. And I was invited by Ellen DeGeneres. And I am awarded as an internet sensation. And also last year, na-awardan man kong silver medalist of World Championship in Performing Arts.
I'm so proud of you. Kay pila lang to edad mo sang ginatudlo-tudloan, takakanta sang una ka, Carl?
Mga 11 pa lang ko to, ma'am.
Grabe. Kaya I'm so happy nga maski paano. Nakabulig man si Tita Talken sa imo. Thank you, Lord, for everything. Sa subong, Carl, i-invite mo sila kung may mga affairs, tawagon kanila. Kay amo pag ginang iyaman nga source of livelihood kay subong pandemic.
Sa mga malabutan sining interview nga si Carl Malone Montecido is willing gid mag-accept sang any guestings basta music related. So for more details, just talk to my manager later.
Yeah. Aring iya manager si Mr. Chavi Uy nga akon man kasi manwa taga Binalbagan. Chavi, how are you? Ano ang mahambal mo sa pag-manage mo kay Carl?
Okay, good morning sa tanan, no? Tita, good morning. Ako gali si Chavi Uy from Binalbagan, Negros Oriental. Thank you for having me here, Tita, no? Salamat gid sa imong show sa TLS.
Yes.
Kag subong man would like to i-share ko man about sa kay Carl, no? That was last year, February 2020. Nakita ko si Carl sa SM. Pagkita ko kay Carl, ko very potential nga taho. Tapos din ko, grabe gifted kaayo, Tita, no? Tapos nakita ko gid siya nga sa din ko dapat ni siya i-guide, no? Tapos sanggakanta siya, grabe pananindog sa balahibo ko. Sa din ko, Lord, sin ko basi maka-guide ko siya, makabulig ko siya. Right now, ari sa akong tupad nga kundiin ko may mga event, kag may mga show, kag may mga parties ang akon nga mga amigas, inadala ko siya, kag happy gid sila.
Okay. Ang importante gid ya, Chavi, please hambala kung diin ka matawgan ang telepono mo, hambalon mo ang cellphone kung di ka nila makontak if they need the services of Carl.
Okay, for inquiries, please contact me at 0925-8622-103. Again, 0925-8622-103. Thank you.
Carl, in the future, ano pagid ang plano mo kung wala ng pandemic, mabalik ka sa Manila?
Actually, according sa staff ni Ellen DeGeneres sa US, no? After this pandemic, hopefully makadayon na gid perform. And magdayon pagid kami perform sa Anaheim, California para sa World Championship of Performing Arts. And hindi lang siguro para lang sa music, gusto ko gid nga mangin degree holder man as a teacher in SPED sa mga pareho ko man nga mga blind.
So ano gani na kung kay ko hindi ka kakita, paano ka nagtuon sa mga lyrics ang kanta sa ano na panawag na braille na ano na?
The braille, yes, we're using braille system, no?
Braille.
At the same time, while studying the music, I have to adapt through listening. So sometimes it's really hard, but as long as you have your determination and courage nga kaya mo i-pursue ang ina nga goal, or as long as you have the tools, you can still do it.
So thank you, Chabi and Carl. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And God bless.
Gusto ko lang ni take nga opportunity, no, to say thank you to Tita Talken na sa nangin part man, kag may mga nangin impart man siya nga knowledge sa akon sa when it comes sa vocal calisthenics or music, sa sininga music. Kumbaga, isa siya sa nanginyabi kung diin ko subong sa platform ko. So thank you so much, Tita.
Welcome. And I'm so honored and so happy sa mga nalabot mo nga mga achievements. Thank you, Chabi. Thank you, Carl. Magabalik kami.
If you want to relax and be happy, if you wanna good food and great company, there's one perfect place for you, and it's called Paradiso. Paradiso. Paradiso del Sur, your paradise here on earth. For inquiries, call 0920-248-6889. Remember the name, Paradiso, your place to unwind. If there's one thing in our midst, a sanctuary for the travelers, a second home you can call your own, the food and service at its best will make your stay an unforgettable one. Saltimbocca, a place closer to your heart, where everyone is a family and everyone is a friend. Saltimbocca Tourist Inn. For inquiries, call 433-3179.
Kagbangod buena mano sa amon sining episode sa sining tuig 2022. We are very happy to have with us today ang masining nakon siya sa una ya ako niya nga baby. He is the newscaster of TV Patrol Negros. Kag masining ko hindi man na nga pagpabugal, ako possibly instrumento man sa pagdiscover kay Mr. Ryan Gamboa nga sa karon isa na ka makabig naton very successful councilor sang city sang Silay ka nagapamuno sang aton sining League of Councilors sa probinsya sang Negros Occidental. Agree, Mr. Talken?
Agree gid ko kagabi mo, happy gid ko nga nakitaan ko siya today. Kay isang time pa sang ABS-CBN, plangga ko gid ni siya ya. Kay didto gid kami nagbanding tudo, sa nagbulig kami sa isa ka leper. Remember?
Ako
nakita ko kung ano kaayo ang iya korason halin didto ginpalangga ko siya katama hindi ko lagi siya malipatan.
Yes, kag we're very thankful for that, Miss Token. Kada ko sa bulig nyo sa iya to si Reed to nga niya, and now he is better and he's cured. Yes, and he's working namin na siya.
Kag until now may ara siya mga charity works nakita ko.
Yes.
And that
Inspired mo ko si mo.
Yes. Amo na siyang what keeps him close to the people.
Yes.
Okay, Rai, kumusta ka na ngayon? What keeps you busy?
Well, actually, Miss Lai, ever since nag-resign ko sa ABS-CBN and then I started my work sa public, of course, I resigned because ma-conflict of interest na siya. So I became a councilor and eventually I was blessed and chosen by Gov. Bong Lacson to be the representative for the Philippine Councilors League for Love Negros, and nangin man dinalagon ako. So now, I have 3 jobs. I have the Councilor of Silay nga duties ko, I have the Philippine Councilors League nga president nga duties, and I have my ex officio duties as a provincial board member. So medyo ginabalance ko man siya. At the end of the day, medyo kapoy, but my heart is full because kadamo sang naserbisyuhan ko ng mga pumuluyo.
So how's life? To another journey naman niya hindi sa pagka newscaster but this time sa public service. Anong kinalain?
I consider it actually as a nice transition because dito, and of course like you said kagina, I'm very thankful sa opportunity nga ginhatag mo sa akon sa ABS-CBN. There's ABS-CBN, I was able to siguro hone my my instincts for public service and for helping others, but then we were always just a channel. We could never help them directly. I figure that this public service that I'm doing now in government is a transition. I'm actually the one who's helping these people. I'm only a councilor, but from time to time we have special projects and special programs nga maka-reach out kami, makabulig kami sa mga kubos kag mga nagakinahanglan gid sang bulig. So I don't think that there's a big difference, but it actually prepared me for my work now in government service.
Kaga kuya makapamatuod gid sina yan no kay maski sang wala pa ni siya gadlagan sa politika ya.
Yes.
nakitaan ko na niya kung ano ang klase sang iya heart. That's why nalipay gid ako, Councilor Plangga Ryan. I'm so happy and God bless you.
Yes, God bless you,
Oo,
Miss Talken.
damo and together damo pag kita mabuligan in the future.
Yes.
Anong mga masiling naton very interesting nga mga nahimo mo na as a counselor nga hindi masiling mo nga do nasadyahan ka gid nga do ini mo gid malipatan so far almost magpila ka na ka years
Almost 3 years na. Almost 3 years na. Yeah. So mga for the past almost 3 years na as a counselor, as a PCL president, as a board member, kadamo sa mga things nga I can say. Kagina we had a tree planting project with Talisay during the flood. I guess I'd like to talk about that. The floods in the 3rd district and the 1st district. Siguro mo nang pinaka hindi ko malipatan because we had just come off of sa December namon nga Christmas nga and usually during Christmas dohang tanan namon nga special projects maubos namon. We give all our gifts, all of our items to sa mga tawo nagakinahanglan blakag sa mga kubos para they can enjoy man their Christmas. And then nagbaha pagka New Year. And jutay-jutay na lang sang stocks namon. So ang ginobra ko, ang tanan nga buga si paputos, ang tanan nga mga dilata si paputos, and then after 2 or 3 days na ubos. Pero because nga nakita sang iban nga mga bulawanon nga mga tagipusoon nga mga pumuluyo, they called me and they said, gusto kami maghatag, gusto kami mag-contribute. And thanks God to the help of private persons, of the provincial government, of the city government of Silay, we were able to sustain our relief operations, which I learned from ABS-CBN sa aton sagip ka pamilya, Miss Lai, no? We were able to sustain it until the end of January. Despite nga duwa na kabaha ang nag-igo sa Silay, we were able to sustain our gift-giving and relief operations para sa tarang mga pumuluyo sa Silay. So that was something really special for me because it was a concerted effort sang government kag sang private. Now going back now, we are having a tree planting program for the 4 LGUs that were hardest hit by those floods.
That's good.
That's Talisay, Silay, Victorias, and San Carlos. Ang Silay, nagplant na kami sang 500 ka seedlings sa mangroves. And we planted 100 bamboo seedlings sa Talisay River, dra lapit sa, I forgot what barangay, basta lapit na sa may Taytay, sa may eskwelahan, sa Tayabas. And so we're hoping that this will help to mitigate any potential flood damage in those areas. Again, kay dra gid nagataas ang tubig sa inang areas. So hope that flood siguro is one of my greatest siguro advocacies that I didn't expect during this term of mine, the 3rd term.
So Ryan, how are you coping with the pandemic? Halos tanang kita apektado.
Yes.
In terms of ang inyo sininga serbisyo publiko kay hindi ka kapag gusto expose ang lawas, paano mo inigin survive inita nga mga challenges?
Well, to tell you the truth, Miss Lai, no, and I'm very proud to say this, that the Philippine Councilors League in Negros Occidental was one of the first to rise to the challenge of going back to the new normal. So last year when everybody was locked down, we examined the protocols and all the rules that had to be followed, and we were able actually to launch a clustered assembly of all of our councilors at the end of the year. This is the time that all the councilors get together and learn more. So we were able to educate them about COVID nga mga protocols, COVID safety features, everything that needed to be, that usually we need updating. That we were stuck inside our homes, that wala na kami ga-update sa amon lawas. And this year, we were the first federation in the entire Philippines that launched a complete provincial summit with 334 members. Na out of the 334, 278 ang nag-attend. So that's almost an 80% attendance, and we're able to also educate them. May mga bago nga DILG, COMELEC, and even legal nga mga topics nga discussed dito. And at the same time, we gave the tourism office of the province as well as other LGUs an opportunity to showcase in their booths dito sa their products so that ma-jumpstart naman ang tourism, which I feel is the most affected industry right now. So it's been a difficult time. Nabudlayan kami magiho, but we've been trying, and I'm very proud and happy that my members sa PCL have also been very enthusiastic about helping me out with this and cooperative.
And your message to all our people?
Yes.
Well, I had this special message during the PCL final assembly namon. Of course, we always have to be cautious now, and we always have to be aware of the dangers that are out there, not just sa COVID, but all of the other diseases and crises and disasters that could occur here in the Philippines, in our province. But let us not be governed by fear. We should also look at what can be done and also fight back and also try to go back to a semblance of new normal, because that is what makes us human, to interact to socialize, to slowly return to a sense of normalcy where everybody is already gathering together, a limited gathering, may rules, may protocols, basta may disiplina, takag may ano. So basically that's my message. Nang let's not let this pandemic put us down, but let us learn from it and let us rise above the difficulties and the adversities that it has presented to us, and let's to become even better than what we were before. And I feel that we can do that.
Okay, kaangayan gid no?
Thank you so much gid Councilor Palangga Ryan kay nga divine intervention ni kay wala matagaplano nga magkita ay dire. Oo, gipadala ka gid ni Lord sa amon. You know, ako I will always I have admired you in the past. And I will always admire you till the end of time. Kay na proven and tested kagidya sang ara ko sa ABS gasulod-sulod kung paano siya mag-ubraman sa charity aside from you, BFF Lailani.
Yes, so we're really very glad to have with us Mr. Salandigan man.
Yes, Salandigan.
Salandigan.
Only Ryan Gamboa. Thank you, Ryan.
Bun is a local burger joint that utilizes only the freshest ingredients that you can find, the freshest produce. Everything is made and produced daily. So a little background behind what Bun is. Bun was actually a thesis of mine, and I graduated entrepreneurship here in the University of St. Lasal. I was required to implement some form of business in order to graduate. So I spoke to my uncle, Uncle Tom, shout out to Tom, and I asked him what I should do for my thesis. I asked for advice. I told him, Tito, I wanted to open a restaurant. I want to be like you. I want to be like my lolo. I want to be, in that line of business as well. He said, you know what, you're only, 18, 19 years old. You're don't be a little too ambitious. Do something you could work with. How about burgers, right? So I decided to put up a little burger joint. And we've been around for a little over 2.5 years now, going to 3 years next August. Simple. I love burgers of all sorts, and I think the burger is such a complex and diverse product that you can really do anything that you want with it. So the products or the burgers that I carry are basically burgers that I would like to eat personally. And the burgers that I have, they're not necessarily condiments or burgers that you see typically. Like we have burgers with all sorts of toppings, such as chicken skin that you would, rarely see in a common burger. So I think to answer your question, it's just the uniqueness and the complexity of the burgers that I have, and it's really something that you can't really find anywhere else. So
And the love
that I put into my burgers, you won't see anyone else putting that much love.
Si Tita Lai mo, nagambal gigamit namin dito, no? Ako naman, mahilig ako sa burger, pero wala pa rin ko kasi lang iya nga diri, abdido ang mugin yung favorite ko. So, I am here to try it. Kaya hambali Tita Lai mo, Ay, BFF, tinawan mo. Kasi balipatan mo ngalan mo. Di ba sa karoon ka tapos tingkit, balipat ko ngalan ko. Dali ang ipagaan. Try it. Kaya kuya, yes, ako ya, ga-endorse ni Kuya Tudo if I believe sa product. Okay, kapyan na. Okay. Tangidan. Friends, babalaan nyo gidi ako namin. Kaya kuya gasugid, di kuya sa kamatuuran bala. Tuntun yan. Diba? Magkano may namin bigyan? I tell you. Ano pa? Sino ka niya ko?
Ay, malipatanggi tita.
Wala, ang iyak ka na nito, affordable, gidya ka namin.
Di ba maadik ka? No exaggeration. Kung ayos ko na ko desa sa true phone lang sa kulegi kung doon.
So I just want to invite everybody to come out at the University Courtyard along LaSalle Ave. We are open 6 days a week. From Monday to Saturday, we're open from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. So come out, come have a drink, come have a burger, come have some fries, and just enjoy the good ambience of our alfresco dining here in Bon the Burger Bar. So thank you for everything, and have a great day.
Of the oldest and considered best restaurant in Salay City is the Sir and Mom Restaurant, serving the best delicious food and delicacies in this old city. For all Padre Pio devotees, there's a special place you can visit and devote your time to Padre Pio. This is the shrine located in Bulacan.
Catholic devotees climbed a hill to visit the 50-foot statue of Saint Padre Pio stands at Padre Pio Mountain of Healing at Barangay Paradise 3 in San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Padre Pio is a spiritual advisor, healer, and confessor. Has attracted millions of devotees praying for healing. The church commemorates his death anniversary every September 23. Saint Pio of Pietrelcina, Francisco Forgione, was born on May 25, 1887, and was given the name of Pius when he joined the Order of Friars Minor Capuchin. Padre Pio was a friar and a mystic. He was known for his piety and charity, as well as the gift of the stigmata. The Italian priest and teacher has been venerated a saint in the Catholic Church. He has many followers and devotees all around the world due to his inspiring life and works. He performs miracles even in the hopeless cases. He is the patron saint of civil defense, volunteers, adolescents, and stress relief. Every month of January, we celebrate the feast of Senor Santo Nino. Cities like Cabancalan City, Cadiz City, and even Cebu City commemorates the feast month of Baby Jesus. And they usually prepare lots of activities in celebration of the feast month. TLS prepares this tribute to our baby Jesus, Senor Santo Nino. Every January, Santo Nino devotees celebrate their faith by paying tribute to the Holy Child Jesus. Through the years, about 40 images of Santo Nino were exhibited at the Ayala Center Mall in Cebu in time for the celebration of the Sinulog Festival in Cebu City. The exhibit continuously centers on the child Jesus, now more than ever as we hope for better days ahead. The display showcases curated images of the child Jesus in different representations, but mostly as the Santo Nino de Cebu. These exhibits are made to showcase how faith and the arts can be interwoven to celebrate and honor the Santo Nino as we face uncertain times. Although this might be a very different celebration compared to previous years, one thing remains the same. Our love and devotion for child Jesus keeps the faithful together.
touch a life, I will do so. If I can bring a smile to your sorrow, if I can be there to love you, I will, if I can. If I can be a friend till forever, if I can wipe the tears from your eyes, if I can be there to lend my hand, I will, if I can. If I can tell the world to love, if love resides in everybody's heart, what a wonderful thing, what a beautiful place we live. If I can touch a life, I will do so. If I can bring a smile to your sorrow, if I can be there to love you, I will, if I can. If I can tell the world to love, if only you and I would care. No more sadness and pain, no more sufferings to bear, my friend. If I can touch a life, I will do so. If I can bring a smile to your sorrow, if I can be there to love you, I will, if I can. I will, if I can. I will, if I can.
Happy New Year, everyone! Wow, we're so happy to once again bring you another episode sa inyo sa Suki TLS Plus. Ano yung lagad ay lani sana?
Ini si Talken Gonzalez. Happy New Year, everyone! Kag salamat gid sa padayon ng suporta sa amon nga show.
I pray and hope nga mapahagan-hagan na ang impact ng COVID-19 para sa aton tanan for 2022.
Amo na ginapray ta gitanan nga kabay pa madula na ang pandemic. In the name of Jesus.
And padayon namon kamo nga ginaagda to join us sa sininyo nga suki sa kada adlaw TLS Plus.
TLS, True Lifestyle for you and your family.
TLS, your true